in the dough. Give me that. They done let the scale in the dough. Give me that. They done let the scale in the dough.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. I'm your host, the one, the only Charles Jackson. Welcome back to another high school football channel. Here on the channel, sponsored, well, it's not sponsored by, but I decided to make a new feature here on my channel. This will be called High School Football Prep 24/7. On a weekly episode show that we will go over all high school football scores for around North Central Florida area. So high school football live stream powered by High School Football Prep 24/7. That's what we're going to call it from here on out. So high school football final powered by High School Football Prep 24/7. I'm your host, Charles Jackson. Let's hop on into it, man. You see the subscriber count. We at 542. Well, we're over halfway there. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, so let you know anytime we do a live stream here on the channel. So let's hop right over into it. Big games here in high school football. A couple of battles of the games unbeaten across North Central Florida. But let's hop into some games that happened on Monday. A game that was made up from Hurricane Idalia. It was between the Dixie County Bears and the Trenton Tigers. Big game down there in Trenton. Trenton coming on at the undefeated start, a 2-0 start. They make up this game, I think, for week 2, I think. But the Dixie County Bears, big victory for them on Monday. Both teams got to play again on Friday, so it's a short week for both the Tigers and the Bears. But Dixie County win 42-0. They play again on Friday. Both teams play again on Friday. And we'll get to that in a few moments. But what a game it was. What a game. What a game. This game I had circled on my calendar from last week as my game of the week. It is GHS and Santa Fe. People say, why you got GHS and Santa Fe circled? They're both winless teams. Exactly. That's why I got the game circled. Something has to give in Citizens Field Thursday night between the Purple Hurricanes and the Raiders of Santa Fe. Both teams are on big losing streaks. Santa Fe is on a 9-game losing streak, and GHS is on a 15-game losing streak. Something had to give down there in Citizens Field Thursday night, and something did give. One team left victorious on Thursday night down here in Gainesville, and it was the hometown Purple Hurricanes in Gainesville getting their first win after 15 consecutive losses. They defeat Santa Fe for the second straight year, this time 49-21. Santa Fe remains winless on the year. They're at 0-5. Santa Fe next week will take on PK Young on next Friday night. GHS will take on Mendez next week. So big win for GHS. Shout out to GHS for their first win after almost 2 years of the losing. Big win for the Purple Hurricanes on tonight. But as we talked about Trenton and Dixie County, both was in action tonight. Despite playing on Monday night, these two teams played again on Friday. Dixie took on Jefferson County. Dixie won that game, so they complete a 2-game sweep of Monday and Friday night games. They're now 4-1. And then Trenton got their victory on tonight. They beat Lake Weird 13-7. So big win for Trenton as they redeemed themselves after the loss on Monday. Big job for Dixie County going on a short week, getting 2 big W's, both on the road. So congratulations for both teams getting the dub this week. Let's hop on the rest of action across Central Florida. Like I said, we had a bunch of undefeateds going at it tonight. And we're going to start with our second game of the week down there in Columbia County between the Fort White Indians and the Williston Red Devils. Williston coming number 2 in Class 1R. Fort White comes in number 9 in Class 1R. So top 10 matchup between 2 powerful teams. Both teams coming in 4-0. Who's going to lead 5-0? And it's the Williston Red Devils. Big win tonight as they beat down Fort White 42-7. Fort White falls to 4-1 while Williston remains undefeated at 5-0. The new number 1 team in Class 1R, the defending state champions in Class 1R, the Hawthorne Hornets taking their talents down to Gainesville tonight to take on the PK Young Blue Wave. PK Young took off a 49-12 loss last week to Union County. They lost their first loss of the season last week. Looking to get back in the win column against a tough Hawthorne team. And Hawthorne really took it to them. They win 50-2. Hawthorne's now 5-0 going to the bye week. PK Young suffers their second straight loss after starting 2-0. They will take on winless Santa Fe next week. Hilliard Crescent City take on up down there in Crescent City. The Flashes win 22-20. Madison County hosted Florida Highness tonight. Big game between the Seminoles and the Cowboys. And Boot Hill, unfortunately, was conquered tonight by the Noles of Florida High. They win 45-23. Number 5 in Class 1R, the Union County Tigers, coming off a big win last week against PK Young. Looking to win their second game at 3 out of 3. Taking on a very tough Orlando Christian Prep team. And the Tigers fell short of the goal. They lose 22-21. Union County lost now 2 of the last 3 games. Going into a bye week, tough break for the Tigers. It don't get easy as they take on the defending state champs, the Hawthorne Hornets, in 3 weeks. Chiefly and Newberry, which we thought would be a good game on paper, but in reality, that game was more lopsided than you think. Newberry celebrated their homecoming on tonight, and it was a homecoming indeed for the Panthers. They shut out Newberry. They shut out Chiefly 34-0. Chiefly is now down under 500 to 2-3. Newberry has won 3 straight after losing to Hawthorne a couple weeks back. They're now 4-1. Elsewhere in North Central Florida, Zarephath travels to Lafayette to take on the Hornets out there at Mayo, and the Hornets become victorious 49-12. They go to 3-1. Pack City School hosting another undefeated team. The Branford Buccaneers, surprising undefeated team. They come in the game 4-0. Then they go to 5-0, and unfortunately the Bucks fall short. They lose 32-22 to fall to 4-1. Hamilton County taking on Bell. Bell, another team in Central Florida, looking to get their first win of 2023. And it's all for naught. Hamilton County's back at 500. They win 42-7 as Bell falls to 0-5. Ocala Vanguard Beals, another matchup of undefeated teams take place at Citizens Field tonight. A packed Citizens Field tonight. And Beals, the hometown team, comes victorious. They win by 20, 30-10. They go to 5-0 while Vanguard falls to 4-1. Bronx and another team in the state of Florida looking to get their first win of the year. They take on the First Academy team out of Orlando. And Bronx still remains winless as they fall 56-0 after they have the First Academy. They're now 0-5. Another team that's 0-4 looking for their first victory of the year, the Interlocking Rams, who finished the season undefeated last year, having a tough break to start the year into the first month of the year. They take on a pretty hot Keystone team, a big win last week for the Indians last week, looking to win 2 straight. And they do so win 2 straight. They win 46-8 over Interlocking to go to 2-2. Interlocking falls to 0-5. Trinity Catholic looking to get back at 500. Tough test, and they travel to Jacksonville to take on the Rays Vikings. And the Rays Vikings big win, close out on a 26-27, the 26 victory. Rays beats Trinity Catholic. Trinity Catholic is now 1-3. Swanee taking on North Marion down there in Live Oak tonight, and Swanee with a big victory. They remain unbeaten. They win 32-6 over the Colts of North Marion. Westport back-to-back wins for the Wolfpack as they win 48-0 over Gateway. 2 straight wins after a loss a couple weeks ago at the hands of Newberry. Trinity Christian taking on winless Columbia down in Lake City. Columbia looking to get their first victory of the year. A tall task against the Conquerors of Trinity Christian. And the Conquerors do conquer on. They win 27-13, putting Columbia down at 0-4. Ocala Forest taking on Denellen down there tonight. And the Tigers of Denellen win 49-20 over Ocala Forest. Hilliard and Crescent City took care of business today as the Flashes of Hilliard knock off the Raiders of Crescent City 22-20. Both teams are now 2-2. St. Francis trying to get off the schneid at 0-4. They take on First Academy out of Leesburg, and the Wolves of St. Francis come back home disappointed, losing 48-22. Baker County taking on Vieira. Vieira wins 28-6. Baldwin defeats Terry Park 35-18. And Calvary Christian, who gave Newberry everything they could ask for, they take their frustration out of Wildwood tonight, and they blow them out 57-6. Wildwood is now 1-4. Whew, what some action we had this week. But it gets better. Week 6, we got the games slated for week 6. Quite a few teams are on bye weeks, including Hawthorne, Union County as well. GHS coming off a huge win on Thursday night. They take on Mendez next week at Citizens Field. Santa Fe coming off a tough loss, and here's the GHS. They're looking at in a 10-game losing streak as they travel to PK Young. Polk take on Dwyer. Madison County take on Jefferson County. Trenton takes on Chiefland. Lafayette takes on Bradford. Williston and Lafayette. Williston take on North Florida Education Institute. North Marion takes on Eastside on Thursday night at Citizens Field. Bell takes on Seven Rivers Christian. Eagles View takes on undefeated O'Call. South Lake takes on Ocala Forest. Ocala Christian take on Four Quarters Charter. Trinity Catholic get off their 2-game losing streak. They travel to St. Joseph next week. Lake Minneota takes on a hot Westport team. Crescent City take on Taylor Pearson. Palatka take on Toccoa Creek. Orange Park takes on a struggling Columbia team. Suwannee takes on Taylor County. Keystone come off 2 consecutive wins after starting 0-2. They take on District rival Bradford next week, which will be our game of the week down there in Start between 2 hot teams in Bradford and Keystone. Game of the week between Bradford and Keystone. Bellevue take on Ocala Vanguard, and Denella takes on Hernando. So I'm going to have 2 games of the weeks. I'm going to have Bradford and Keystone, and then we're going to have a showdown down there. I'm going to have the other game we're going to be Lafayette and Bradford. It's going to be the other game of the week. Those 2 teams come out, both having 1 loss on the year. Something has to give between Lafayette and Bradford. So those are my 2 games of the week. Bradford hosting Keystone, and number 10 ranked in Class 1R, the Lafayette Hornets take on Bradford. So those are all my games I have for week 6. There's some more I missed. I'm going to add those throughout the week. I'll be back with you next Friday for another live stream. Hit the notification bell button, renew. As you can see, we have 542 subs. The grind is real. Hit the like, subscribe button. I'm Charles Jackson, your host for tonight. Please continue to support the channel. We are grinding for that 1,000. And I'll be here next week for more high school football scores and stats from across North Central Florida here on High School Football Prep 24/7 here on the channel. Thanks again for tuning in, and y'all have a blessed and wonderful weekend.
They done let the scale in the dough. They done let the scale in the dough. They done let the scale in the dough. Give me that. Give me that. They done let the scale in the dough. Give me that. They done let the scale in the dough.